Thank you so much for joining us here on Idaho Today. The Triangle area of the famous Skinwalker Ranch in Utah is ground zero for all sorts of unexplained phenomenon. It's the focus of the hit series, The Secrets of Skinwalker Ranch, and it's on the History Channel now in its 5th season. The investigation continues with the show's astrophysicist, aerospace engineer, and optical scientist, Dr. Travis Taylor, and ranch owner Brandon Fugel. Brandon was gracious enough to take a break and chat with me about why he purchased the property in the first place and how the show came about. For those who are not as familiar with Skinwalker, give us a little Cliff Notes version about this property.
You
how
bet.
You acquired it, and then why did you decide to do a series, multiple series on this property?
Oh, it's a privilege to be with you, and great questions. Skinwalker Ranch is a 512-acre piece of property right in the middle of what we call the Uinta Basin in northeastern Utah. It has been the site of more UFO sightings, bizarre cattle mutilations, and other high strangeness spanning decades, if not millennia. It was part of a Pentagon-funded black budget program under the previous owner for a number of years, where tens of millions of dollars were dedicated to staff and support studying the phenomena. In fact, many people in classified circles considered the events on this property and these topics to be of a national security interest. I acquired the property as a skeptic, as someone who believed that there was a natural prosaic explanation for all of the strange events that had been reported there. I'd never seen a UFO, a ghost, or orb, or anything of the sort, and I felt that if I only brought scientific rigor and discipline and critical thinking, I would ultimately reveal that there was nothing to it. I was wrong. Skinwalker Ranch, for whatever reason, is the center of gravity for strange phenomena, and we are taking not only a scientific approach to it, but a data-driven approach to getting the answers, not just documenting the nature of the high strangeness that occurs on this property, but also the being able to take data and understand the what is at play here, what are the common denominators, and ultimately my goal is to discover the origin and agenda of the entities that we're interacting with, and what may be both above and below this enigmatic piece of property. It's unlike anything I could have ever imagined.
Explain some of the phenomena, right? Because you're launching a new season of this. So this is an
Absolutely.
ongoing process, an ongoing story, an ongoing investigation into what really is happening in this space.
A high frequency of UFO or UAP sightings, that's unidentified aerial phenomena or objects or craft that continue to violate the airspace and appear. We've also grappled with the topic of cattle mutilation and animals being impacted by this. We've also had certain individuals end up in the hospital with mysterious illnesses and injuries as a result of their work at the ranch. The ranch is not to be taken lightly. It's not for the faint of heart. There is evidence that we're dealing with dark, malevolent forces that have a negative agenda or intent. When I saw a UFO appear in broad daylight above the Mesa Plateau in front of my group on October 14th in the afternoon, and it was as clear as day, and it maneuvered in ways that just defy any conventional explanation that we're aware of. And that was all accompanied by electromagnetic anomalies. We had an individual that had an acute medical episode, all sorts of other attendant phenomena. It shifted my perspective.
Okay, so then how do we get to witness this?
History Channel. It's on History, A&E Network, April 23rd, 10 Eastern, 9 Central. That would be 8 p.m. for us here in the Mountain West, and we're anxious to unveil this and look forward to having everyone be a part of our collective journey